My name is Ed Boone. I am the creative director at NetherRealm Studios. Well, my title is creative director, and I'm basically overseeing the development of the entire game. You know, the game has a number of different disciplines. There is, graphics, obviously, characters, backgrounds. There's animation. There's the design of the game, the special moves, the hidden features, the UI. So all of that is there's specialists who work on all of those things, and I kind of oversee the all of that to make sure that the game is consistent and stays clear to the vision that we had for it. So I'm like the overseer. Well, the fact that we've been doing Mortal Kombat games for 20 years, we've gotten to know what players like about Mortal Kombat and what features. So we would never, take out Scorpion or take out Raiden or something like that, so we know that players are looking for, fun gameplay elements, but also big wow moments, the X-ray moments, the fatalities. They want to see the really kind of crazy stuff, and they want a deep story. I think Mortal Kombat is the fighting game that's known for having a really deep story, and each time we kind of present it in a bigger, more epic way. Yeah, well, originally Mortal Kombat, the only other fighting game that was really big outside was Street Fighter at the time, and Street Fighter is a little bit more like animated. It's a little bit more cartoonish, fantasy as opposed to like real stuff. And so we wanted to do something that used real videotapes of real live actors, a realism. We wanted to look really kind of edgy, and that's why we added the blood and all the kind of really intense stuff. And so Mortal Kombat, that became what was synonymous, what people associated with Mortal Kombat was that kind of edgy look. And that's the approach that we took with everything as far as the game's concerned. Everything's over the top, everything's kind of a little bit more louder than other games that are like in the fighting category. And so I really think that Mortal Kombat is just, I don't know if that's an American thing as opposed to it's just what Mortal Kombat is. Sure. The biggest thing about Mortal Kombat 10, there's a bunch of new things, new characters, new backgrounds, new game features, but the biggest thing is probably the fact that all of the characters have three variations. There's three versions of Kano, three Sub-Zero, three Scorpion, and they all play different. So, when you're matching up against characters, Kano A might be a different matchup with Raiden A than Kano B would be with Raiden C, and so it really makes it more a deeper fighting engine, a lot more variety, a lot more unpredictability, and we really think that's going to be kind of like the next step in fighting games. We try to do both. We really try to make we have features in there that we know are the more technical things, but Mortal Kombat's always been a game that a bunch of friends can get together, sit on a couch and just play. You don't have to like study it or spend a lot of time learning it. You really can just pick up the controller and have fun right away. But at the same time, we've been at the Evo tournaments, and the game has a strong tournament following as well. So we try to just accommodate both audiences. Yeah, I think the main thing we're proud of with this game is how much new content is in the game. We didn't take, the last game that we did was very successful, and we didn't want to just take that and put pretty graphics on it and that's it. Good looking graphics is kind of like the entry point. It's like where you start. And then we added, all these new features, the new characters, the new backgrounds, the new game features. To me, that's what I'm most proud of, is the fact that we're doing something as different as the last game too, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why Mortal Kombat's still around after 20 years. Every single game that we do, there's at some point while we're making it, we realize, if you have any more big ideas, there's no time to do it. So we just, we write it down and then save it for later, and then bring it up maybe in a future game. And Mortal Kombat X is it's no different. There have been a lot of ideas that we got in there from Mortal Kombat 9 that we didn't have a chance to do. But at the same time, I'm sure at the end of this project there'll be stuff that we think of that we won't have time for as well. We have a lot of ideas of what kind of DLC we'd like to put into the game. Mortal Kombat 9 had DLC and it was very successful, so we're probably going to continue doing that and introduce new characters, maybe a guest character. But we're really that's what's fun about DLC is you can wait, and then after the game is out, you can still keep putting new characters in the game. Yeah, we're actually only working on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One at NetherRealm. So we're only doing the next-gen consoles, and another company is going to be doing the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and that's kind of like their job is to make it as close as possible, but we're trying to just hit as high a bar as we can. I don't know if I could do it in a minute. I think if the way I would describe Mortal Kombat X is it has the most new content that we've ever put in a Mortal Kombat game. New characters, new backgrounds. X stands for a lot of things. It stands for next generation consoles, next generation characters. The daughters and sons of the Mortal Kombat characters, and it's also kind of like a Generation X. So Mortal Kombat is really all about the newness, all about the new features in the game, and it's about everything that you love in Mortal Kombat, but with as wrapped in a pretty bow as possible.